Ladies and gentlemen, what a joy it is to be here with each and every one of you today. You know, as we stand at the threshold of 2025, I want to remind you of something powerful. This year is not just another page in the calendar. It's a gift, a blank canvas that's waiting for you to paint the masterpiece of your life. I believe deep down inside each one of us, there's a seed of greatness, a seed that longs to grow, to thrive, to transform. Maybe you've been carrying a dream in your heart, or perhaps you've been stuck in a season that feels like it will never change. But let me tell you something, change is possible. Not in a decade, not in 5 years, but in this very year, 2025. Setting clear, specific goals with a timeline is one of the most transformative decisions you can make when seeking to change your life in a year. Often people feel stuck or directionless because they lack clarity about what they truly want to achieve. Without clear goals, it's easy to get swept up in the chaos of everyday life, constantly reacting to circumstances rather than creating the future you desire. When you take the time to define what success looks like for you, you set the foundation for a purposeful and productive year. The first step in this process is self-reflection. You need to dig deep and ask yourself what truly matters to you. What areas of your life feel unfulfilled? What dreams have you pushed aside because they seem too big, too distant, or too difficult? These are the questions that help you uncover your true aspirations. It's important to be honest with yourself and not hold back. This is your opportunity to dream without limits and imagine a life that excites and inspires you. Once you have clarity on what you want, you can begin the process of turning those dreams into actionable goals. A goal is only powerful when it's specific. Saying, I want to be healthier, or I want to save money is too vague. Instead, think about what being healthier or financially secure means to you. Does it mean losing 20 pounds? Running a marathon? Saving $10,000? Paying off debt? The more specific you are, the easier it becomes to create a roadmap to achieve it. Specific goals act as a compass, guiding your decisions and actions. They provide you with a clear destination. And when you know where you're headed, you can take purposeful steps to get there. Once you've established your goals, attaching a timeline is crucial. A timeline creates urgency and keeps you accountable. It's easy to procrastinate or lose focus when there's no clear deadline in sight. For example, if you decide to lose weight but don't set a target date, you may find yourself putting it off repeatedly. However, if you commit to losing 20 pounds by June, you create a sense of responsibility and a clear time frame for your efforts. Timelines also help you break your goal into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the bigger picture, you can focus on what needs to be done today, this week, or this month. Another key to effective goal setting is ensuring that your goals are realistic yet challenging. If your goals are too easy, they won't inspire you to grow or push yourself. On the other hand, if they're too ambitious or unrealistic, you may become discouraged and give up. It's about finding that balance where you're motivated to stretch beyond your comfort zone while still believing that your goal is attainable. For example, if you've never run a day in your life, setting a goal to run a marathon in 3 months might not be realistic. Instead, aim to run a 5,000, then a 10,000, and eventually work your way up to a marathon. This approach builds momentum and confidence as you achieve smaller milestones along the way. Writing your goals down is another powerful step that many people overlook. There's something transformative about putting your dreams on paper. It turns your thoughts into something tangible and reinforces your commitment. When you write your goals, you also give yourself a reference point to revisit whenever you need a reminder of what you're working toward. Keep your written goals in a place where you'll see them often on your desk, in your planner, or even on your bathroom mirror. These constant reminders help keep your goals at the forefront of your mind, ensuring that you stay focused and motivated. Equally important is regularly reviewing and adjusting your goals as needed. Life is unpredictable and circumstances may change along the way. That's why it's important to stay flexible and open to reevaluating your goals. For instance, if you're making progress faster than anticipated, you might decide to raise the bar and aim higher. Conversely, if unexpected challenges arise, you might need to adjust your timeline or scale back temporarily. This doesn't mean you're giving up, it means you're being adaptable and realistic in the face of change. Finally, it's important to align your daily actions with your goals. Too often people set ambitious goals but fail to take consistent action. It's not enough to know where you want to go, you need to have a plan for how to get there. Break your goals into smaller, actionable steps and incorporate them into your daily routine. If your goal is to write a book, commit to writing a certain number of words each day. If you want to save money, track your expenses daily and set aside a specific amount each week. These small, consistent actions add up over time, bringing you closer to your goals one step at a time. Shifting your mindset to focus on possibilities rather than limitations is a foundational step toward transforming your life. Often, the greatest barrier to change isn't external circumstances, but the way we perceive those circumstances. Our mindset shapes how we approach challenges, opportunities, and even ourselves. When you operate from a mindset of possibilities, you open the door to growth, creativity, and progress. On the other hand, focusing on limitations can keep you stuck in patterns of self-doubt and inaction. It all begins with awareness. Many of us carry limiting beliefs without even realizing it. These beliefs often stem from past experiences, societal influences, or the opinions of others. Perhaps someone once told you that you weren't smart enough, talented enough, or capable enough to achieve your dreams. And over time, you started to believe it. Or maybe you've experienced failure in the past and now hesitate to try again because you fear the same outcome. These negative thought patterns can create a mental cage holding you back from reaching your potential. Recognizing these limiting beliefs is the first step toward overcoming them. Once you've identified the thoughts that are holding you back, it's important to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? More often than not, you'll find that it's not. For example, if you believe you're not good at public speaking because you stumbled over your words once, remind yourself that one experience doesn't define you. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, try saying, I'm still learning and I can improve with practice. Shifting your language in this way helps reframe your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. Visualization is another powerful tool for shifting your mindset. Your mind responds strongly to the images you hold in your thoughts. When you visualize yourself succeeding, you begin to create a mental blueprint for success. Picture yourself achieving your goals in vivid detail. Imagine how it feels, what it looks like, and how your life changes as a result. This practice not only boosts your confidence, but also trains your brain to recognize opportunities and solutions that align with your vision. The more you focus on what's possible, the more your mind will work to make it a reality. It's also important to be intentional about the information you consume and the people you surround yourself with. Negativity, whether it comes from the news, social media, or those around you, can reinforce limiting beliefs and make it harder to maintain a positive mindset. Pay attention to how certain influences make you feel. Do they uplift and inspire you, or do they leave you feeling drained and discouraged? Choose to engage with content and people that encourage growth, positivity, and possibility. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals can make a world of difference in maintaining a mindset focused on what you can achieve. Gratitude is another key aspect of shifting your mindset. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you train your brain to see abundance instead of scarcity. Even in challenging situations, there's always something to be thankful for. Maybe it's the lesson you learned from a mistake, the support of a friend, or simply the fact that you have another day to try again. Gratitude shifts your perspective and helps you recognize the opportunities and resources you already have. It's a daily practice that can profoundly impact your outlook on life. Embracing a growth mindset is also essential. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. It stands in contrast to a fixed mindset, which assumes that your capabilities are set in stone. When you adopt a growth mindset, you view challenges as opportunities to learn rather than as obstacles to avoid. Failure becomes a stepping stone rather than a dead end. This shift in perspective empowers you to take risks, try new things, and persevere even when the path is difficult. Another important element of focusing on possibilities is learning to let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism often stems from a fear of failure or criticism, and it can paralyze you from taking action. Remember that progress is more important than perfection. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goals. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or circumstances, start where you are with what you have. Trust that you can adjust and improve as you go. It's also helpful to cultivate self-compassion as you work on shifting your mindset. Change is not always easy, and there will be times when you fall back into old patterns or face setbacks. Be kind to yourself in those moments. Recognize that growth is a process, and it's okay to stumble along the way. Treat yourself with the same understanding and encouragement you would offer to a friend. This attitude not only helps you stay resilient, but also reinforces your commitment to focusing on possibilities rather than limitations. Creating consistent daily habits that align with your vision is one of the most powerful ways to transform your life. Big dreams and ambitious goals often feel overwhelming, but when you break them down into small, manageable actions and incorporate those actions into your daily routine, progress becomes not only achievable, but inevitable. Success is not the result of a single monumental effort, but of consistent, intentional actions taken day after day. The first step in building habits that align with your vision is to clarify the behaviors that will move you closer to your goals. These behaviors should be specific and directly tied to the outcomes you want to achieve. For instance, if your goal is to improve your physical health, your daily habits might include exercising for 30 minutes, drinking more water, and preparing nutritious meals. If you want to advance in your career, daily habits could involve dedicating time to learning a new skill, networking, and working on a personal project related to your field. The key is to ensure that the actions you're taking are directly connected to the bigger picture of what you want to accomplish. Once you've identified the habits that will support your goals, it's important to start small. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to create new habits is attempting to do too much all at once. For example, if you've never exercised regularly, deciding to work out for an hour every day might feel daunting and unsustainable. Instead, start with just 5 or 10 minutes a day. These small actions might seem insignificant, but they serve as the building blocks for lasting change. Over time, as you gain confidence and momentum, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration of your efforts. Consistency is the cornerstone of habit formation. It's not about doing something perfectly every time, it's about showing up and doing it regularly. To make this easier, try to link your new habits to existing routines or triggers. For example, if you want to develop a habit of meditating each morning, you might decide to do it immediately after brushing your teeth. By anchoring your new habit to something you already do automatically, you create a natural cue that reminds you to follow through. This strategy, often referred to as habit stacking, helps integrate new behaviors seamlessly into your daily life. Accountability can also play a crucial role in maintaining consistency. Share your goals and the habits you're working on with a trusted friend, family member, or mentor. When someone else knows what you're striving for, it adds a layer of responsibility and motivation to stick with your commitments. Alternatively, you can track your progress using a journal, app, or habit tracker. Physically marking off each day you complete your habit creates a sense of accomplishment and reinforces the behavior. Seeing a streak of successful days can be incredibly motivating and encourage you to keep going. It's also important to create an environment that supports your habits. Your surroundings have a significant impact on your behavior, often more than you realize. If your goal is to eat healthier, make sure your kitchen is stocked with nutritious options and keep junk food out of sight. If you want to spend less time on your phone, consider placing it in another room while you work or setting app usage limits. By designing your environment to minimize distractions and temptations, you make it easier to stay focused on the habits that matter most. Building habits isn't just about adding new behaviors. It can also involve letting go of old habits that no longer serve you. This requires honest self-reflection and a willingness to confront patterns that may be holding you back. Whether it's spending too much time on social media, staying up late, or procrastinating on important tasks, identifying and addressing these habits is a critical part of the process. Replacing negative habits with positive ones can create a ripple effect that enhances multiple areas of your life. Another key aspect of habit formation is patience. It's natural to want immediate results, but lasting change takes time. Research suggests that it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days to form a new habit, depending on the complexity of the behavior and individual factors. The important thing is to stay committed and trust the process, even when progress feels slow. Each small action you take is a step in the right direction, and over time, those steps add up to significant transformation. Celebrating your progress, no matter how small, is essential for maintaining motivation. When you acknowledge and reward yourself for sticking to your habits, you reinforce the behavior and create positive associations with it. This doesn't mean you need to reward yourself with something extravagant. Even simple gestures like taking a moment to reflect on your achievements or treating yourself to a favorite activity can be enough to keep you motivated. By focusing on the progress you're making rather than how far you still have to go, you build a sense of momentum and confidence that propels you forward. Surrounding yourself with positive, growth-oriented people is one of the most impactful decisions you can make when striving to transform your life. The relationships in your life play a significant role in shaping your mindset, behaviors, and ultimately your outcomes. People are like mirrors, reflecting back the attitudes, beliefs, and energy that can either propel you forward or hold you back. When you intentionally choose to surround yourself with individuals who inspire, motivate, and challenge you to grow, you create an environment that fosters success in personal development. The first step in this process is evaluating your current circle. Take an honest look at the people you spend the most time with. Do they encourage your growth and support your goals, or do they bring negativity, doubt, and drama into your life? While it can be uncomfortable to acknowledge, not everyone in your life may be contributing positively to your journey. This doesn't mean you have to cut people off entirely, but it does mean being mindful of how much time and energy you invest in certain relationships. If someone consistently drains your energy or discourages your efforts, it might be time to reevaluate their role in your life. Once you've assessed your current relationships, the next step is to seek out individuals who align with your aspirations and values. These people are often those who are already doing what you hope to do or who share similar goals and mindsets. They might be mentors, peers, or even individuals you admire from a distance. Being around people who have achieved what you're striving for can provide invaluable insights, inspiration, and guidance. Their experiences and perspectives can help you see possibilities you may not have considered and motivate you to keep pushing forward. Building relationships with positive, growth-oriented people requires effort and intentionality. Start by putting yourself in environments where these individuals are likely to be. This could mean joining professional organizations, attending seminars or workshops, or participating in community groups related to your interests. Online platforms such as social media groups or forums can also be valuable for connecting with like-minded individuals. The key is to actively seek out opportunities to meet and engage with people who share your passion for growth and personal development. When building these connections, approach them with authenticity and a willingness to give as much as you receive. Relationships are a two-way street, and people are more likely to invest in you when they feel valued and appreciated. Take the time to listen, offer support, and celebrate the successes of others. Genuine relationships are built on and mutual respect, not a one-sided expectation of what someone can do for you. By showing up as your authentic self and contributing positively to the relationship, you create a foundation for meaningful and lasting connections. Another important aspect of surrounding yourself with positive people is learning to set boundaries. Not everyone will share your vision or support your journey, and that's okay. However, it's essential to protect your energy and focus by setting clear boundaries with those who may unintentionally or intentionally hinder your progress. This might mean limiting your exposure to negativity, avoiding certain conversations, or politely declining invitations that don't align with your goals. Setting boundaries is not about being harsh or dismissive. It's about prioritizing your growth and well-being while maintaining respect for others. In addition to seeking out positive individuals, it's equally important to cultivate positivity within yourself. People who are growth-oriented and successful often gravitate toward those who share their energy and enthusiasm. Focus on developing a positive attitude, practicing gratitude, and maintaining a mindset of curiosity and openness. When you radiate positivity, you naturally attract others who value and reflect those same qualities. It's also worth noting that surrounding yourself with positive people doesn't mean avoiding challenges or disagreements altogether. Growth often comes from constructive criticism, diverse perspectives, and honest conversations. The difference lies in the intent and energy behind those interactions. Growth-oriented individuals challenge you not to tear you down, but to help you become better. They provide feedback and guidance with the intention of lifting you up and helping you reach your full potential. Embrace these opportunities for growth and view them as a sign that you're surrounded by people who genuinely care about your success. Lastly, remember that your circle of influence is not static. As you grow and evolve, your needs and aspirations may change, and your relationships should evolve accordingly. Be open to meeting new people and forming new connections as you continue on your journey. At the same time, cherish and nurture the relationships that have been instrumental in your growth. The people who genuinely support you and believe in you are invaluable, and maintaining those connections can provide a strong foundation as you pursue your goals. Letting go of past failures and embracing new opportunities is one of the most liberating and transformative actions you can take in the pursuit of a better life. Often, the weight of past mistakes, disappointments, or setbacks keeps people from moving forward. They replay old scenarios in their minds, questioning what went wrong, blaming themselves, or fearing that history will repeat itself. This cycle of regret and self-doubt can be paralyzing, preventing you from seizing the new opportunities that lie ahead. Breaking free from this cycle begins with a conscious decision to release the grip of the past and focus on the potential of the present and future. The first step in letting go is acknowledging and accepting your past experiences. Denying or suppressing your feelings about a failure doesn't make them disappear. In fact, it often makes them fester and grow. Take the time to reflect honestly on what happened, what role you played, and what circumstances were beyond your control. This process isn't about assigning blame, but about understanding the situation with clarity and compassion. When you face your past with honesty, you take away its power to control you. It's no longer a shadow looming over your decisions. Instead, it becomes a lesson that can guide you toward better choices. Once you've acknowledged your past, the next step is to forgive yourself. Self-forgiveness is crucial for healing and moving forward. Many people hold on to guilt or shame long after a failure, punishing themselves for what they perceive as shortcomings or mistakes. But the truth is, everyone makes mistakes. It's an inevitable part of being human. What matters is not the mistake itself, but how you choose to respond to it. By forgiving yourself, you give yourself permission to grow, learn, and try again without the burden of self-judgment weighing you down. In addition to forgiving yourself, it's important to release any resentment or bitterness toward others who may have been involved in your past failures. Holding on to anger or blame only keeps you tethered to the very experiences you're trying to move beyond. Letting go of these negative emotions doesn't mean condoning what happened or excusing anyone's behavior. It simply means choosing peace over pain. It's a way of reclaiming your energy and focus so that you can direct them toward creating a brighter future. One of the most powerful tools for letting go of the past is shifting your perspective. Instead of viewing failures as the end of the road, start seeing them as stepping stones to success. Every failure carries within it a lesson, an opportunity to grow, and valuable insights that can help you make better decisions in the future. Reflect on what you've learned from your setbacks and how those lessons can be applied to new opportunities. This shift in perspective transforms failure from something to be feared into something to be embraced as part of the journey. As you let go of the past, it's equally important to cultivate a mindset of openness and possibility. Often, fear of failure or rejection keeps people from pursuing new opportunities. They hesitate to take risks or try new things because they're afraid of repeating past mistakes. But growth and progress require stepping out of your comfort zone, embracing uncertainty. Remind yourself that the past does not define you. Each new day is a chance to start fresh, armed with the wisdom and experience you've gained along the way. Embracing new opportunities also requires staying present and being proactive. It's easy to get so caught up in past regrets or future anxieties that you overlook the opportunities right in front of you. Practice mindfulness and focus on the here and now. Pay attention to the people, resources, and possibilities around you. When you're fully present, you're more likely to recognize and seize opportunities that align with your goals and values. Another key aspect of embracing new opportunities is building resilience. Life will always present challenges, and not every opportunity will work out as planned. However, resilience allows you to bounce back, adapt, and keep moving forward despite setbacks. Strengthen your resilience by cultivating a positive attitude, surrounding yourself with supportive people, and maintaining a sense of purpose. Resilient individuals don't let failures define them. Instead, they use them as fuel to keep striving toward their goals. Lastly, be willing to take action, even if it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. Opportunities don't always come neatly packaged or at the perfect time. Sometimes they require you to take a leap of faith, trust in your abilities, and step into the unknown. Trust that you have the strength, skills, and determination to navigate whatever comes your way. By taking action, you break free from the limitations of the past and move closer to the life you envision for yourself. Staying patient and persistent in the face of challenges is a fundamental part of creating meaningful, lasting change in your life. Transformation, whether personal or professional, is rarely an overnight process. It takes time, effort, and a steadfast commitment to the journey, even when results aren't immediately visible. Challenges, setbacks, and delays are inevitable, but how you respond to these moments defines whether you move forward or give up. Patience and persistence are the twin pillars that keep you grounded and focused as you work toward your goals. Patience begins with understanding that true progress happens in stages. It's easy to feel frustrated when you don't see instant results, especially in a world that often celebrates quick wins and immediate gratification. However, meaningful change requires consistent effort over time. For instance, if you're working on improving your health, the results of better eating and regular exercise may take weeks or months to become noticeable. If you're building a career or learning a new skill, it might take years to achieve the level of success you envision. Accepting that the journey will take time allows you to focus on the process rather than fixating solely on the outcome. One way to cultivate patience is to break your larger goals into smaller, more manageable milestones. When you're working towards something significant, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the distance between where you are and where you want to be. By breaking your goal into smaller steps, you create a clear roadmap that makes progress tangible and achievable. Celebrate each milestone along the way, no matter how small, as these victories provide motivation to keep going. Persistence, on the other hand, is about maintaining your effort and determination, even when faced with obstacles. Challenges are a natural part of any journey, and they often test your commitment to your goals. There will be days when things don't go as planned, when progress seems slow, or when you face unexpected setbacks. In these moments, persistence is what keeps you moving forward. It's the refusal to give up, even when the path ahead feels uncertain or difficult. To stay persistent, it's essential to connect deeply with your why, the reason you're pursuing your goal in the first place. When you have a clear and compelling purpose, it becomes easier to push through challenges because you're not just working toward a result, you're working towards something that truly matters to you. Whether your why is to create a better future for your family, fulfill a lifelong dream, or make a positive impact in the world, keeping this purpose at the forefront of your mind can fuel your persistence. Another important aspect of persistence is developing resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and adapt to change. It's about seeing challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn and grow. When you encounter difficulties, take a moment to reflect on what went wrong and what you can do differently moving forward. Instead of viewing failure as the end, see it as a stepping stone toward success. Each setback is a chance to gain new insights, refine your approach, and build the strength needed to continue on your path. Maintaining patience and persistence also requires managing your mindset. Negative thoughts and self-doubt can creep in when progress feels slow or challenges seem insurmountable. It's important to recognize these thoughts for what they are: temporary feelings, not facts, and replace them with positive, empowering beliefs. Remind yourself of the progress you've already made, the skills and strengths you possess, and the fact that setbacks are a normal part of growth. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage and uplift you during tough times, as their belief in you can help reinforce your own confidence. Consistency is a key component of both patience and persistence. Small, consistent actions over time lead to significant results, even if those actions don't seem impactful in the moment. For example, practicing a skill for just 10 minutes a day might not feel like much, but over the course of a year, it adds up to over 60 hours of focused effort. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum makes it easier to stay patient and persistent because you can see the cumulative effect of your efforts. Another way to stay patient and persistent is to embrace the concept of progress, not perfection. Perfectionism can be paralyzing, causing you to give up when things don't go exactly as planned. Instead, focus on making steady progress, even if it's imperfect. Every step forward, no matter how small or messy, brings you closer to your goal. Trust that the process itself is valuable and that each effort you make contributes to your growth and success. Finally, practice self-care and mindfulness as you navigate the ups and downs of your journey. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being ensures that you have the energy and resilience needed to stay the course. Regularly check in with yourself to assess how you're feeling and make adjustments as needed. Mindfulness can help you stay present and focused, allowing you to appreciate the journey rather than becoming overly fixated on the destination.